Hi beautiful friends, it's Laurie here from Lemon Yoga and welcome back to another video with me. Today I'm taking you through a second trimester pregnancy yoga flow, and this is actually suitable for any time in the first or the second trimester, but it isn't suitable for the third trimester of pregnancy. So give this video a quick thumbs up, hit subscribe to join the Lemon Yoga family, and then come and meet me on your mat. We'll take a comfortable cross-legged seated position and we'll bring one hand onto baby and the other onto our heart space. And we'll begin by tuning into the breath. When you're ready, reach those arms high, let the hands meet above your head and exhale down to your heart space. And again, inhale, reaching high. Exhale down to your heart space. One more time, inhale, reach high. Exhale down to your heart space. Hands onto the knees now. Let's draw some lovely big releasing torso circles. You're rolling the body all the way around in a nice big circle, just trying to move through as much of your spine here as you can. And this is so great for relieving any backache or any discomfort you might be having through the torso. Make sure you wiggle both ways and breathe deeply. Imagine you're trying to send each breath all the way down to baby and back out again. Wiggle your way through to center and we'll move into seated cat-cow, lifting the chest, rolling the spine. Inhale to lift the chest, eyes could look up. And exhale to round and look down. Keep this coming, but if you need to move slower, just move slower in your own time. Trying to release through each vertebrae now. Again, trying to get rid of any stiffness in the back of the body. Rise back up through center, sit tall. And let's take that left arm and sweep it all the way up and over into a side stretch. Right hand is to the ground. We're breathing some space all the way through the side of the body, giving baby a little bit more wiggle room on that side. Deep breaths in and out. And release, and we'll go the other way. The right arm reaching and sweeping up and over, left hand to the ground. Eyes could look up and breathe space all the way through the side of your bump, all the way through the rib cage on that right hand side. Deep breaths. Stay with the breath. And then we'll release all the way back through center. All right, from there, let's come on round and find all fours, ready for a cat stretch. So we'll start in flat back and then we'll round through the spine, dropping through the head, look to baby. Inhale as you find length. Exhale to round and look to baby. Inhale, find length. Exhale, round. And inhale to find that length. And exhale to round. Inhale, length. And then this time, tuck those toes under. Press your sit bones back so you can feel a stretch all the way through the soles of the feet now. Just take a moment there to breathe. This might not be the comfiest stretch. And then we'll press on back into downward facing dog. We're lifting the hips high, heels could press low, and just begin to pedal those feet to the ground, and just making sure that you don't practice this one in the third trimester. This is just suitable for the second trimester. Or the first trimester. You could do a few bends here before pressing those heels back to the ground. Maybe shake out through the head. See if you could release through your neck and your jaw here. Breathe deeply and then step your left foot through between the hands. Place the right foot to the ground at the 45-degree angle, and then as slowly as you need, rise on up into warrior one. You could reach the arms high to the ceiling. So we've got a nice bend in that front leg, the left leg, the back leg is straight, and the feet are slightly closer together than they would be pre-pregnancy. Deep breaths in and out as you root those feet to the ground. Stay with it. And then we'll start to open to the long end of the mat, the left palm to the left knee, right arm reaching up and over for side angle. If you did feel like you had a bit more room in the hips without any force, you could place that left elbow down onto the knee and just find even more of a stretch through the right hand side of the body. But just see how you go, see how that feels today. Start to rise all the way up. Sweep your left arm all the way up and over for a reverse warrior. Breathing some space through the side of the body here. The right hand is down, supporting you on your back leg. Nice deep breaths as you root the feet to the ground. Begin to reach forward, straighten out through the left leg now, and then we'll place the left hand down on the thigh, reaching the right arm high. Now try and find length through both sides of the body here. This is your triangle pose. You could also drop that arm behind you to the opposite hip. Keep bracing through your core, so you need to think about drawing baby bump in towards the spine here. Stay with your breath. Begin to reach, sweep that right arm all the way back up and over, and come on round into a goddess pose where both knees are bent. You're sending the knees wide and opening into the hips here. Hands could be at your heart space, and then on your inhale, straighten the legs, reach arms high. Exhale, come back down and find that goddess pose. And again, inhale, reach high, lengthen. Exhale to come on down. And again, inhale, we reach high. And exhale, we come on down. Taking nice deep breaths in and out. Straighten through those legs now. Turn back to the short end of the mat. Bend back into that left knee and work your way back into a warrior one. Brace through your core, hug baby bump into the spine, squeeze through your glutes. Exhale, release hands to the mat. Press it back into your downward facing dog, lengthening the spine, pedaling through the feet, just finding that lovely full body stretch here. Take a moment to breathe, to wiggle here, do whatever you need. And then we'll step that right foot through between the hands. You can always give it a hand if you need. And then pop that left foot to the ground before slowly rising on up for warrior one. Reaching the arms up high. A nice big bend, or as big as you want to, in that right knee. Now squeeze through your glutes. Really engage the glutes here. Press the feet firmly to the ground. Relax and soften through your shoulders. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Start to open to the long end of the mat. That right arm will drop down, left arm reaching, sweeping up and over. It could be palm to knee or elbow to knee if you want a bit more. Just see how this feels in your body today. Send the breath down to the hips. Keep finding your strength, your power here. And then begin to rise, reach on back, reach that right arm up and over into your reverse warrior. So we get a nice stretch through the right side of the body. The glutes are engaged, your core is active here. Deep breaths. And begin to reach forward, straighten that right leg, right hand will reach and then come down onto the thigh, left arm is reaching high. Find length through both sides of the body here, eyes could look up. Squeeze through your core. Maybe drop the left arm behind you, wrap it to the opposite hip, stay with your breath. Deep breaths in and out. And then reach on up, come into goddess pose, knees nice and wide, bending into the legs, hands at your heart space, squeeze through your glutes, squeeze through the pelvic floor here. Think about lifting the pelvic floor up to the belly button, squeeze and hold, and this time we'll release straight back into warrior one. Bending into the right leg, the left leg long behind, reach those arms high, send the energy all the way to the fingertips. Breathe. Exhale, release hands to the ground and press it back for downward facing dog. Take a moment to lengthen, to stretch, and then bring the knees to the edges of the mat. Sink your belly between the thighs to the ground or rest up on a cushion, and then reach the arms in front of you and walk them over to the right hand side. Your left hand will be on top of the right, so you can breathe a bit of extra space through the left side of the body. Just let yourself feel really heavy here. Let the body melt to the ground. You should feel a nice stretch in your lower back here. Just keep breathing as you walk over to the left hand side now. Place that right hand on top of the left until you feel a deeper stretch through the right side of the body. And then let yourself melt. Big breaths in and out. Big breaths in and out. We're slowing our practice down now. We're beginning our unwind process. Walk yourself back through center and then rise on up. We're going to come into one of my favorite pregnancy stretches. It's Baddha Konasana. The soles of the feet meet, the knees fall wide wherever they naturally get to. Remember, we've got relaxin in our bodies, so we don't need to force stretches. And then just sit tall. Take some deep breaths down into the hips and the inner thighs. Visualize those hips softening, opening, and relaxing here. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Slide those knees back in. Pop the weight into your hands now, feet in front of you, right back on your tailbone. We begin to swing the knees from side to side. This was my savior in my second pregnancy. I had awful tailbone pain. So if that's you, this one is the best thing that you can be doing to help you with that. So we're just gently rolling from side to side, massaging right into the tailbone area. Deep breaths as you rock and roll, and you can stay in this pose as long as you need. And we're going to come on out of it now, and we're going to come down onto our left hand side for a quick little relaxation. Just time for you to connect with your growing baby. So get yourself comfortable. Maybe a cushion is needed between the knees. Maybe you want to bring your right hand onto the belly. Close off the eyes. Take a moment to tune into the breath, just noticing the gentle rise and fall of the chest or the belly as you breathe in and out. Let the left side of the body become heavier on the ground. Let yourself melt here. Any expression in the face melting away. Any tightness in the shoulders melting away. All we need to do here is breathe in and out. And you can stay here as long as you need. I want to take a moment to say thank you so much for joining me for today's second trimester prenatal yoga flow. I really hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know how you got on. And of course, hit subscribe to join the Lemon Yoga family. I would absolutely love to have you here. Take a few more deep breaths. Or begin to stretch through the side of the body now, and then press yourself up to seated. maybe reaching the arms high to finish and exhaling to your heart space. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye, guys.